Namaste, Sharanu Sharanarthigalu, dear learning enthusiasts, welcome back to my YouTube page. This is Vidya. Dear kids, as we have started one more lesson from history section, the topic name is Tracing Changes Through a Thousand Years. In this chapter, we started discussing about the introductory part and as well as another new and old terminologies. So these concepts we covered in previous video class. So introductory part we covered who are cartographers, what is cartography, and who made first map of our Indian subcontinent, what are the reasons for the making of the cartography. So next new and old terminologies. In this concept we have covered the discussion about the comparison between the old version books and new version books. So while comparison we can observe the changes like vocabulary, grammar part, as well as events and the some of the chronology. So and next some of the rulers given name for our country as in Hindustan and Hind. So next one, another one, term, how the term was changed from the past to at present day. So the foreigners, one more term, in the past, in the early period, the strangers or who are not particularly related to the society, those persons came from out of village, those persons are called the strangers or a foreigner to the city dweller. So we can understand new and we understood that new and old terminologies of the terms as well as books. So next we are covering or discussing historians and their sources. Let us start the third concept, that is historians and their sources. Just you observe the screen. Yes. So keeping records or resources. So which are the sources? Those are required for the historians to write the history. So the sources are available. Those are manuscripts, miniature paintings, coins, inscriptions, monuments, excavated things like tools, beads, toys, earthenware, utensils, jewelry and pulses, etc. So sources are those are available on the earth surface or in the hidden earth. So these sources are excavated by the archaeologists. So these are manuscripts. Some of the manuscript literature work, handmade documents are called manuscripts, and miniature paintings. So the scribes copied the manuscripts, their paintings and images, and as well as some of the scripts in languages in other book, that is mini book. So and coins also important for studying about the chronology, studying about the events of the particular kingdom, those were ruled in the medieval period. So inscriptions means the engraved, some of the images and the scripts engraved on the hard surface, those we call the inscriptions. These are also important to write about the history. And monuments, for example, we can know about the particular kingdom's richness while excavating the monuments, as well as their architecture, style of architecture, their economical condition we can observe. And excavated things like tools, beads, toys, earthenware, utensils, jewelry, pulses, etc. All the excavated things give the message, events, and those are related to the which dynasty and in which period they were made. All the messages or all the records gives us various information to historians while historians writing their history with event wise and chronologically. So and sometimes the historians facing the problems, and sometimes some of the sources, those are very helpful to historians to write the history. So these coins, inscriptions, as well as the manuscript and some of the excavated monuments and the architecture style of their kingdom, these are the some sources. And with the sources we can write about their chronology, their events. With arranging these events, we can construct the one story upon the ruled who ruled the India in the medieval period. So this is helpful for the kingdom's economical condition, political condition, social condition, as well as their lifestyle also. And next we go through the historians. While they are started to write the history about the past or the medieval period, they required some sources, as we understood. So these sources help them to arrange all the events in a chronological order. So historians use different types of sources to learn about the past depending upon the period of their study and the nature of their investigation. Yes, depend upon the nature of study and depend upon the their sources. They started to write the history of the past events. For example, in your textbook they have mentioned two dynasties ruling period. So these ruling period, historians faced the so many problems and as well as benefits to collect the records or events of the particular these dynasties, which problems they were faced and which are benefits for them, as we are going to discuss. Just you observe, these are the three books of the particular Gupta dynasty. In different period they were written. So for example, one book is different from another book is different from another one. So in these books we can observe the changes in the grammatical part, for example literature part, for example grammar part, vocabulary part, meaning, as well as some of the events and some of the time or period also change we can observe. So this may leads to confusion for historians to collect the correct events and correct chronology of the Gupta dynasty, as well as the Harshavardhana. So Harshavardhana's battlefields, victories, as well as his economical condition, social condition, political condition of in his period, we can observe by the three books. They gives the different matters and their different events also. Sometimes some of the words also change, some of times the sentence say different. So the historians facing the problem while collecting the datas of the Gupta dynasty. Not only these dynasties, so many dynasties were ruled in our India. So historians are facing the problem depend upon the literature works. This shows us how the literature work different from one book to another one. So this is we can observe in the our third concept, historians and their sources. And next we go through the historians faced problems while collecting records in the period 700 to 1750. This is the period of some of the developments in the society. We can some of the huge challenge for historians, largely because of the scale and variety of developments that occurred over the period. So which are the developments we can observe in this period. So to study about this period, historians rely on coins, inscriptions, architecture and textual records for information. So not only the books are giving knowledge while writing the events and chronology, so many other sources gives us information about particular dynasty's ruling period. So these are inscriptions, coins, architecture and textual records also gives us various information to write the history about the past as well as medieval period. So but there is also considerable discontinuity. So while after correction of all the sources, still the historians in confusion, because the coins are not continuously they are not got the particular period coins. So for example, one coin is available that is in the 8th century, but sometimes that gives the information about 6th century's period. So the coins are not giving proper chronologically order messages. So but that's why these available sources considerably discontinuity. So the number and variety of textual records increased dramatically. Sometimes the scribes added their own sentence or a word. So that's why the all the textual records increased dramatically. This slowly displaced other types of available information. Scholars wanted to copy a book, he didn't have enough paper. So he washed the writing of manuscripts. He did not want means dried the paper and used it. So in the period of 8th century to up to 12th century, the people not invented the paper. That's why who are scholars means scholar means well knowledgeable person, and he know the skill of writing. The persons who are writing the manuscripts, sometimes the manuscripts cover the whole paper. They will wash the manuscript and again dried the paper and reused that paper to write. So this type of work we can observe in the medieval period. That's why the historians not getting the correct events records. And next one, historians problems. Which are the problems the historians are facing now? All medieval documents were manuscripts. Means in the medieval periods the documents were written in the manuscripts. Manuscripts means handwritten accounts. So as there was no printing press at that time, so all the whatever the political condition, economical condition, social condition, whatever the victories also, sometimes the judicial records, sometimes letters, rulers, chronicle of rulers, letters, teaching of saints, petitions and judicial records, and for register of accounts and taxes, manuscripts were collected by wealthy peoples and rulers, monasteries and temples. They were placed in libraries and archives. So these manuscripts and documents provide a lot of detailed information to historians, but they are also difficult to use. So manuscripts are not only gives us message about historical condition, social condition, it may gives the all the variety of knowledge to write the history of the past and medieval period. So because the some of the manuscript writers written some manuscripts, but there was no printing press at that time. For copying those manuscripts, they required scribes, and scribes are writers. Scribes means writers. They were made copies of original documents because there is no printing press at that time. So they copied the main document in a different book, some of them but in their own thoughts. So that's why they were added their own thoughts and own language, changing the original text. Yes, it may cause the change of the text also. That's why it is a very big problem for the historians to collect the documents of the manuscripts. Later, historians had to check these documents with other sources to ascertain the truth in the case the original document was lost. Sometimes the original document was lost means the historians compare the incidents or events or chronology with other sources like coins, reading of the coins, and architecture and monuments. These and inscriptions gives the message about related with the original document. And next we go through the, so this is the manuscript. Manuscripts are made in the palm leaves. So these were handwritten account. And next we go through the, these manuscripts are different types, mythological stories, sometimes judicial records, sometimes teachings of the saints and chronicle rulers' letters, as well as some of the accounts and taxes. These were written on the manuscripts, and these manuscripts are kept in archives or library. So some of the manuscripts, those were collected by the archaeological department, and they were kept in the some library. They are keeping in the libraries. The library is also called the archives, where the manuscripts are preserving. Those are called the archives. So department wise they are keeping the all the records of the manuscripts. And next we go through the, after 13th century, the paper was invented. So this is the biggest development we can change in the economical condition, political condition of the society. So it is easy to publish or easy to convert the original documents into another documents. So printing press made the very biggest development in the society. So we can use nowadays to wrap the food. That much we are gradually the papers became cheaper and more widely available. So people used to write holy text also, some of the rulers' letters also nowadays, as well as teachings of the saints, and as well as judicial records also. And next we go through the, what is archive? A place where document and manuscripts are stored. The place where the documents, handwritten documents as well as manuscripts are stored. Today all national and state governments have archives where they keep all their old official records and transactions. For example, family tree of king. So for example, Delhi Sultans, they were ruled 300, more than 300 years period in our medieval period in India. So the main ruler's name and his ancestors' names as well as predecessors' names were written in the manuscripts. These manuscripts were preserved in the archives. So next one, scribes, who are scholar, the skill of writing, the person called the scribes. So their main work is to copy the original document into miniature book. So in a word or a sentence they are writing short notes or in a word or a sentence. So miniature, what is miniature? The paintings or documents from manuscripts copied in 10.5 centimeter by 7.1 centimeter in size. Because of its size it is called miniature. So miniature means it's a small book and the scribes are copying the old original documents in a miniature. So it is a smallest book that gives a message about one short notes or a one word or a sentence or some small images also painted in the miniature books. Next we go through the, some manuscripts were collected by wealthy people. Some manuscripts were collected by wealthy people. Who are wealthy people? In the medieval period, rulers are the wealthiest people, as well as monasteries also collected the manuscripts, temples also. Manuscripts and documents preserved in libraries and archives provide a lot of information to historians, but they are also difficult to use because sometimes the manuscripts are eaten away by the insects, and sometimes they have no strength in the paper manuscript. That's why it is very difficult to use also. There was no printing press in those days, so scribes copied manuscript with their hand. Sometimes you cannot read their handwriting and are forced to guess what is written. Yes, of course, that is forced to guess the what is written. For example, one person to another person, the handwriting will be changed. That's why sometimes we cannot we recognize handwriting easily, and sometimes we cannot recognize or read the another one person's handwriting very smoothly or very easily. As scribes copied manuscripts, they also introduced small changes in a word or in a sentence. So main manuscript is available, but the scribes are changing the original manuscript while writing their own manuscript. So in a word or a sentence they are making changes. And next one, so the person, he was a scribes. He was copying the main original document in miniature. So he was called as a scribes. And next we go through the small differences grew over centuries of copying until manuscripts of the same text became substantially from the another. Yes, from one manuscript to another manuscript over centuries, it may take so many developments in a grammar part, a language part, as well as meaning of the word, vocabulary, everything was different. So it may leads to different development. We really find the original manuscript of the author today. Yes, we can get the original documents of the manuscript nowadays also. We are depend upon the copies made by the later scribes, as well as the historians and as well as readers who are want to read about the history, uh, they have depend upon the copies made by the later scribes. And as a result, historians have to read different manuscript versions of the same text to guess what the author had originally written. So as a result, historians have to read different manuscript versions of the same text to guess what the author had originally written. So one person to another person, the main document was changed while making the copy of the manuscript. And next we go through the on the occasion of authors revised their chronicles at different times. For example, 14th century chronicler. So here also historians face the some problem that Ziauddin Barani, he was the one of the chronicle in the 14th century. He written one more version book in 1356th century, and 2 years later he was written one more version book, and the two differ from each other. But historians did not know about the existence of the first version book until the 1960th. So he was written two books in different period, but both they were made in the 1356 and 1358. So but the first version book the historians got in the 1960th era. So it remained lost in large library collections. The first book was lost in the huge library. So library collection after 1960 the historians got that first version book. This is the problem the historians faced for collecting the versions of the books. And next we go through the, so scribers are writing the copying the manuscripts original document in their miniature books. Next we go through the, this is the one of the style of writing Arabic and the Persian. So easily the one language only we can write that in different patterns. So this is the one of the Urdu language or the Arabic language. It is different, it is written in different pattern or a handwriting. So it may give the information about the persons to person. The handwritings are very changeable. Next we go through the, just you observe one more here, we can observe the handwriting. If we read, it is easy to read, but just you observe another one handwriting, it is not easy to read the language, because the handwriting is very worst to read the language. So that's why the comparison between the good writing skill as well as worst handwriting. This may leads to confusion about the writing about the past and the medieval periods history for historians. And he was the Ziauddin Barani, 14th century chronicler. He was written two version books in the medieval period in the 1356 and 1358. But the historians got his first book in the 1960. It remained lost in large library collection. Dear kids, we covered the third content in this video part 2, and for more contents we can cover, we will be covering in the next upcoming video classes. Till then, keep learning and stay connected with WhatsApp group, as well as subscribe more to our YouTube channel. Till then, bye bye, stay home, stay safe.